Any chance you can make a video about Gram Prime or Galatine Prime as a blast from the past? Well, ask and ye shall receive. Sephiroth 69. That's the most online video game name ever made. We're gonna do it as a true blast from the past though, with a lovely spin to win build, because here's the cool thing about power creep, it makes dumb things work really well. Ah, the Gram Prime. I still remember when this came out, it was mind-boggling how good the stats were. And still are, honestly. 300 damage, 225 of that is slash with a 32% crit chance, 2.6 times crit multi, and a 32% status chance. This is a good sword. Might not have any crazy mechanics, but the stats are definitely there. So let us revisit this Mama Jamma, give it a proper shot, and see how it holds up. Shall we? Now, all the stances for heavy blades are really good, but I specifically want to run Cleaving Whirlwind and do a Broken Bull build. This is a combo with terrible multipliers, but it's really fun. The setup should be pretty straightforward. Let's get Condi Overload, Blood Rush, and Galvanized Steel. We could try something fancy, we could definitely do that, but I think I'm just gonna run Influence, because I want a fun spinny build, and Influence I think works the best with the dumb spinny build, so we're gonna run that. This should be one of our best multipliers because of the slash as well, so it's gonna help with single target too. Definitely want to get a lot of attack speed. The problem I'm seeing is that we don't really have enough mod space. That's the problem nowadays. We have too many good mods. I think we just do Weeping Wounds. I think we stick to Voltaic Strike, not Shocking Touch. I want slash to be as prominent as possible. Let's add a D right here. I know the follow-through isn't the best, but we need some range. Now, I just don't want Tennokai. It kind of goes against the spirit of the build. You can definitely add it if you want to. It's a good idea. But I just want to spin. Such a good-looking weapon. Wowee. This is what it's all about, baby. Look at that. Oh, that's a slow spin. We're gonna need more attack speed, I think. Yeah, Influence was the right choice. This is so good. Let's add the boy. Make sure he's on Vital. Yes, he is. I forgot to bump it up. We need to take this into an actual mission, because Simulacrum is just not doing it. Not enough dudes. Let me change into something a little bit more comfortable here. A Valkyrie. Way. Alright, let's go. Arar. Let's go. Oh! Berserker. Yes! Where's... Oh, that's it. That's it. Oh, this is so good. See, this is one of those instances where I'm absolutely A-okay with Influence, because it's just enhancing the dumbness which I have created. I used to dislike power creep in general, and pretty vehemently as well, but that was dumb now looking back at it, because it does have its upsides, like this right here. This is the beauty of power creep. It allows you to take an old dumb build, scale it up, and have a ton of fun with it. The only way I can think of making this better is to add more movement speed, but you have to balance it out. You can't get too much. I've done this in the past because, you know, this ain't my first rodeo. And if you add too much movement speed, you actually zoom by the enemies too fast and you don't hit them enough to do any substantial damage. Now, I am using this on Valkyr, which is kind of like the most obvious option, right? She's the melee frame, but there are a lot of other frames that are a ton of fun as well. Like, my favorite is probably Gyre. I know that might sound weird, but Gyre is actually one of the most fun spin to win frames. I'm very happy with how this turned out. It's so simple, but fun. Yeah, this ain't the right kind of mission for this. The enemies are just too spread out. Despite the fact that it's kind of annoying to chase enemies down in this massive tile set, it's still really fun. I want something more chaotic though. There aren't enough limbs flying through the air. Let's go mow down some infestation or something. Now this is what I'm talking about. One thing that's a little bit tricky, and you kind of have to get used to it, is when you get a lot of attack speed, you can stagger yourself super easily, because you can only spin 5 times before you get dizzy. The way I do it is basically as simple as it gets. I just count to 5 in my head, and then I will throw in either a leap, which is the first hit of the forward block combo on this one, just to keep moving forward, or I will do a slide attack just to keep spinning. I'm probably getting staggered more than usual because I'm trying to focus on commentary. I'm making an entertaining video at the end of the day, and I get distracted very easily. Like sometimes in the gym, when I'm focusing on my form too much, I immediately forget what rep I'm on. I finish the repetition and I'm like, was that rep number 3 or 5? Well, I say sometimes. It happens a lot, actually. But yeah, I think we're good. I think Sephiroth 69 would be happy with this. Don't want to go wrap it up just yet, though. I want to spin a little bit more. Oh, dude, like for what is effectively a dot setup, because we're mainly relying on slash and electricity, the single target, especially if it's versus acolytes, is surprisingly good. So here's our relatively simple spin to win setup for the Grand Prime. It runs melee influence because it fits into the spin to win nonsense the best, and we're of course using cleaving whirlwind so we can use the bull rush combo to spin to win. For the mods we run condition overload for base damage, blood rush and galvanized steel for crit, galvanized elementalist for status damage and status chance, Berserker Fury for attack speed, Weeping Wounds for status, Voltaic Strike for electricity to trigger influence, and finally we have Primed Reach for more range. Now because I just wanted to spin to win, I did not add a Tennokai trigger into the Exiles because that would not be very spin to win, but if you've played the game in any capacity recently, you know that Tennokai is incredibly powerful, so if you want to actually do big damage, put in a Tennokai trigger of your choice. Just bear in mind that it's not going to be very spin to win of you. Do bear in mind that I did run this on Valkyr, which provides a lot of extra power. We have 2 Gladiator mods for more crit, Warcry and Arcane Strike for more attack speed, and of course Valkyr's passive, which provides 300% melee damage. The main thing for me here is the attack speed. Warcry plus Arcane Strike on a high strength Valkyr gives you a lot, but you can pretty easily emulate that on other frames as well because Warcry is subsumable. And let's also not forget about Harold, my priming focused hound that primes cold from Coolant Leak and then Vital Puncture, Heat, Impact, Radiation and Magnetic from Batoten. If you don't have a priming pet yet, somehow, get one. They're incredibly powerful. This was a blast from the past indeed. Thank you for suggesting it, Sephiroth. I had a ton of fun playing around with the Gram, and I think it's a great example of how not everything has to be min-maxed, because fun doesn't care about min-maxing. Though that's not to say that the setup is bad, it's actually very good, because at the end of the day, it is a melee influence setup on a weapon with very good stats and high slash damage. It's a nice fit. You have influence with electricity for the AoE clear, and then you have slash for single target. Also, the upfront damage is quite high thanks to the Gram's high crit, so it doesn't feel bad against status resistant enemies like Acolytes. So yes, I would absolutely recommend you give this a shot. It may be a blast from the past, but it's still really fun and effective. It's not going to rival some of the strongest, most ridiculous slam setups or even influence setups that we have in the game, but it does more than enough damage for the vast majority of things you will do. And that's pretty much all I have for you today, so I thank you very much for watching, as always guys, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Then, I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support. It means a lot to me. Now, if you have any suggestions for this series that you would like to see, please leave them in the comment section down below. I love doing these kinds of videos because I love having fun with random things. I don't like to focus on the best of the best. That gets boring pretty fast. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.